So let's go ahead and demonstrate how we're actually going to use some of the saving options. So we're going to go back up to our file, and you'll notice that right now this is not a saved scene. We don't see anything in our project for a scene that's saved or any assets or anything. So we're going to go up, we're going to start off by saying save scene. And when we do save scene, it's going to take you to the root directory where the initial project was created. And we're going to go ahead and just call this one as our scene 1. I'll hit save. When it saves, you can see that inside the project panel, it's being saved in here, scene 1. Now let's say we want to do something a little bit different. Now I'm going to go ahead and just do something we haven't looked at too much, but we're going to just delete the object. It's a pretty simple thing. We'll select and delete. And this time around, we're going to go save scene as. So we saved one scene as scene 1, but now we've changed this scene, and we're going to call this one save scene as, let's say, scene 02. So this is my level 2, my scene 2. Now you can see here that we've got two different scenes, and each one holds information about what's inside of that scene. So if I double click on scene 1, that loads up everything that was stored in scene 1 when we saved it. If I double click on scene 2, it loads up what's in scene 2. So this is like level 1, level 2, level 3, and all of the things that you build inside of there. Now, if we wanted to do a brand new scene, we could say new scene. So let me go ahead and double click on this one with an item in it. We'll say new scene. It creates a brand new scene. There's nothing in it but a camera. The main camera is always a standard asset that's created when you create a new scene. But with that new scene, it doesn't add a scene here. It simply emptied everything out of the scene, gave me a blank scene to start with, and then I can start constructing and working inside of this level. So if I were to go back up and then say, well, let's save this one, we'll do save scene, and we're going to say, we're going to call this one our bonus level 01. So over here in the project folder, you can see that we've now added it. We've got a scene 1, a scene 2, a scene bonus level 01, and each one of these are going to hold information and then display that information in your hierarchy when you select on it. And the same holds true that I can double click in the project, or I can simply go to the open scene, and then inside of this folder I can select on the scene that I want to load up, click open, and it opens up that scene. So that's going to demonstrate those. The next three we're not going to demonstrate simply because they are pretty straightforward. I can do a new project, and I'll go ahead and click on new project just to showcase it. And in the new project, we can simply designate the project location and then the project name. So if this were to be our, let's call this Mario. This could be our Mario world, and then we could select from any of the packages that are included inside of Unity that we may want inside to work with. And then by creating that, it's going to create the folder structure, and it's going to get the project up and running for you. The other option is the open project, and the open project allows you to open other and find and point to a file location. The thing to keep in mind that when you're working with the open project is that you're not finding a project file, but you're finding a project folder. So when you get to the root, the root of the folders, that's going to be what you select on to open up your project, not necessarily an actual project file. Just remember that when you're searching through. And then save project allows you to save out your project. And that's going to do it for the file menu. And we'll look at the build settings and the build and run settings in a separate video.